Hey guys, let's talk because we're besties, right? So finally went to the gym today. I went to the gym, I got my kids ready for school and I dropped them off, and so I'm still like all in my gym outfit, gym hair, all that stuff. I need to go inside and get washed up and everything because I feel grungy. But my son woke up this morning and was like, I don't feel very good. I wanna stay home. I always get like iffy on that one because some of the times I'll say, okay, sure, go ahead, stay home. And then it's like they aren't even really sick. Like they just needed maybe like another hour of sleep or so, and then they're just fine. And then it's like 9 o'clock and they are like absolutely running around the house like nothing is wrong. And then the moment you say, hey, maybe we should go back to school, like hey, I think I'm going to take you back to school because you're doing fine. Then suddenly they're just like, oh man, oh, but my throat now, mom, and my stomach now, mom. So it's always this like tricky balance. Like I'm always like playing like a guessing game when my kids say, I don't feel good today. Because I'm like, well, do you legit don't feel good? Or are you just tired? Like, should you have gotten more sleep last night? Or do you just want to be alone and you just want like a mental health day? A lot of times I realized in looking back that I wasn't technically sick when I would tell my mom I'm sick, I don't feel good, I don't want to go to school. It wasn't that I was sick as much as it was that I just needed a break away and away from everyone. I grew up in a very large family. I am one of 7 kids. And so it was like, you never got a break. Like honestly, the only break that you would get away from people is when you went to the bathroom. So, I'm not kidding. Sometimes I would just like sit in the bathroom just for like a while, just to breathe, you know. So I understand like sometimes we get overwhelmed and we need just a break from everyone and everything, and just have a moment for ourselves. So when my son woke up this morning, he was like, I don't feel good. I'm like, okay, you don't have a fever. What's wrong? Oh, it's my stomach that hurts, mom. And I'm like, well, okay. Hey, look at the sun. Looks all glamorous. That looks really good, doesn't it? Now I have a scratch on my, right over my lens. And so it makes it look more blurry. I tried to fix it, but I don't know if I fixed it much. Look at this. Isn't that fun? So I told my son, all right, well, I won't have you take the bus, because the bus leaves like really early. I'll just take you to school and we'll see. Like I'll give you a few more minutes to chill out and to calm down. There's a kid on the bus that messes with him. And I don't know, like it's hard to say like if any of the kids are mean, if they're actually mean, or if it's just like my son's misinterpretation as to how they are treating him. I just don't really know. For instance, my son loves to sit in seat number 1 on the bus, but the other kid always steals it. So it's become this like big deal, like I'm gonna get on the bus first so that I can get seat number 1. But for whatever reason, it becomes a big old fight and the other kid wins and gets seat number 1. And so I told my son, well, just do seat number 2 then. And he goes, no. When I don't get seat number 1, I ride in seat number 12. And I'm like, okay, then just go in seat number 12. And he goes, but I want to ride in seat number 1. And I said, well, it sounds like it's just a big fight. And if you ask me, it's just a seat. You know, I do this thing where there was one time where my 2 oldest were fighting over a certain bowl because of the color. It's like, I want the Red Bull. No, I want the Red Bull. No, I get it. I called first. Did you guys ever have this growing up? You can't, like, I feel like that's like a natural thing with siblings. I get the Red Bull. I get the blue bowl. Whatever, whatnot. Like, I get the more colorful, pretty cup. Whatever. So my 2 oldest were fighting over this bowl. I turned to them, like, all serious. And I was like, hey guys, studies have shown that it doesn't matter what color bowl it is that you eat your cereal out of, that the cereal tastes the same. And they like looked at me like, I still want the Red Bull. So I was talking to my son and my son was like, I really want the first seat. And I said, well, it sounds like that's a problem. And instead of fighting him over it, because it only makes him upset to fight him over the seat. So I said, instead of fighting him over it, You sit in that seat 12 and you own that seat. You make it look like it is the most awesome seat that ever could be had on that bus. And he was like, okay. I never know what sticks in my kids' heads and what doesn't, right? You know how it's kind of a crapshoot. Like, are you listening? Are you paying attention? Is this any sort of nugget of wisdom that I'm giving you? Like, you know, so I tell that to my son, and so he decides to own the 12th seat. Next day, sure enough, this kid gets on the bus and steals the 12th seat and like looks at Isaac like, I took your seat now. And it's funny because Isaac looked over at him and was like, cool, I get the first seat. And was like, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted seat number 1 anyway. So I just thought that was kind of funny. So you know what? Own it. Like, own it and make others think that it's the best thing ever. And sure enough, you know, they'll start following you or copying you. So anyway, my son, when I didn't mention going to school this morning, he seemed absolutely fine. But the moment I was like, all right, you know, we got to leave in 10 minutes. Oh, okay, Mom. You know, like starting to feel sick or act sick. There were some other things I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I think I'm going to leave this like this for right now. All right, so here is my outfit today. I'm wearing my New Orleans shirt plus my thrift store jeans. I love these jeans. I absolutely love like all that they do for my body. Because having gained 100 pounds, you know, 3 kids in between all that and losing 95 pounds, I just feel like I look a little more put together. Okay. So yes, I did it. I went to Sally's and I got another hair color. So, good afternoon. Actually, no, it's still morning. It's still morning. Good morning, son. How are you? I realized something yesterday. Actually, yeah, I would say it was yesterday. I was talking to my friend yesterday as well, and she was saying it's a really pretty. We're talking about my hair. We're talking about my hair dye. The light tangerine blonde. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk, and I need to turn off my car. And she said, you know, it's a really pretty hair color for you, like, when you get older. Like, she has the same, like, she was saying exactly what I was saying on my video after I dyed my hair this color. But she was saying this would be a great color for you when you're older and you want to look like you are a natural redhead, because it's a very pretty red that does look very natural and looks very natural on me. And I was like, right, this is the color I could wear when I retire from my crazy red hair dye days, right? I decided that I'm going to dye my hair. I don't know if I'm going to dye it tomorrow or if I should dye it Friday. I know that, like, I need to wait, like, a month. I know I need to wait a month. But, you guys, I almost dyed my hair with my Feria Deep Copper that I still have in my house. But it only gives me, I can't remember how many ounces it gives me. I think it gives me 6, does it not? I probably could do it. But I decided that I would go back to the store, to the Sally's store, and get, you can see where the scratch is on my thing. There we go. The Wella Color Tango Paprika, which is 8 RRV, which I am assuming means 8 red violet. What does it say here in the ingredients? Does it say the colors? No, it doesn't. So we're going to see how that looks. The violet, I'm wondering, is going to make it look more brown. I realized yesterday that I'm settling. And I know that sounds really silly because this is a really pretty red hair dye. I went to Sally's just now, talked to the lady, and she's like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, good, how are you? Just going to color over this color I just did. And she goes, that color is so pretty on you, though. And I'm like, well, thanks. She's like, but I know you, and you like the bright red colors. And I said, yes, I do. And I said, and I'm getting a 30 developer this time. So I have a 30 developer. And she goes, I get it because you want it vibrant. And I said, I do want it vibrant. Like, I feel like I'm settling. And I know it's so silly. I'm really tired of the fact that the past few box dyes that I've used have been just basic red. and pretty red. Like, there's nothing wrong with pretty red. I'm talking about on me, and I guess I am tired of settling. There's a certain color that I want, or a certain look that I want, and I get really frustrated when I put faith in a product, assuming I'm going to get what the swatch says or whatever, and maybe that the fault is mine, that I didn't do a good enough search to review how it turns out. The fault is always mine, because I don't ever always know what I'm going to get, and sometimes I just blindly, pick a product and just go, let's see how this turns out. But I guess I get frustrated when I expect it to be a certain way. And even when the box says, hey, it's going to look this way, and it isn't. And it isn't anywhere close. That's frustrating. So we're going to try this. We might try it tomorrow. We might try it Friday. I don't know. Maybe I'll hold on to it for a while. I just am ready to have my fun red hair back. You should be allowed to use your hair as a statement piece, So yeah, we buy certain belts as like a statement piece for our outfit. We buy a watch as a statement piece for our outfit. Why can't our hair be a statement piece? So hello, welcome to my house. I think someone once requested that I do like a house tour or something, and I'm like, no. But those are all the things that have been on my mind today, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.